Kevin, what led to this? And I understand there's a meeting set to take place at the White House a little later this afternoon.
David, breaking news. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell reportedly now delaying the vote until after the July 4th recess to have a vote on health care here in the Senate. He is facing, quite simply, math that doesn't add up. He has opposition from the far right of his party, as well as more moderates. People like Senator Rand Paul, Ron Johnson, Ted Cruz, Mike Lee, all opposing the current form of the proposal put forth by the Majority Leader, saying it's not conservative enough, that this was not what they had campaigned on to deliver to grassroots conservatives. Then you have moderates, people like Senator Susan Collins, Senator Lisa Murkowski. David, they were apprehensive to even bring this to a vote. And then, of course, Senator Dean Heller, the Republican up for re-election in the state of Nevada, saying that this, again, is just not the type of bill that he could get on board with. The math isn't there. They could only afford to lose 2 Republican senators. They had already lost at least more than 6, likely even anywhere upwards of 12. David?
I'll pick up, Kevin. It's Anna here in the studio. Where does this leave us on the timing then? Because this timing was imposed by the administration themselves, wasn't it? I mean, they wanted to have this vote this week to move on to other matters. They're not going to be able to do that.
Talk about an artificial deadline. The Senate likes to say they can walk and chew gum at the same time, but this is an example where they're going to have to once again kick the can down the road. They're going to wait until after the July 4th recess. But look, there's a lot of hope from the financial services sources that I talk with here in Washington that they might be able to do something on tax reform or juxtapose, forget about health care, juxtapose tax reform with some type of infrastructure plan. But that's a really optimistic policy perspective to take simply because of the divisions within the Republican caucus on infrastructure. So look, later today, President Trump calling all of the Republican senators to meet at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. They're going to be loading up the buses, rolling down the street there to the White House. We'll be right there with them, and we'll have to see if there's any breakthrough. It's very reminiscent of the drama, so to speak, that we covered when we covered what happened in the House as they looked to pass a health care plan.